Hello, this is Angel Bradley, and I'm Bradley Hetrick, obviously, and this is an interview with my brother, and this is a podcast kind of thing going on. Just say, rotate, let's see, device. It wants us to do it like this, so that's going to suck, because then now we have to set up the camera. Wasn't ready for the rotate device thing, but hello.
Good. Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Okay.
It's nice.
Let's talk about anything really. This is Edward Hetrick. I am Bradley Hetrick. This is my brother.
Yeah, it's nice to be here. Nice talking to you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah. How's everything going in the economy? What do you got to say about what's going on right now?
Oh, with the coronavirus, yeah, that would say we live in Pennsylvania, so we're on lockdown.
Yeah.
So after 10 o'clock, pretty much everything's shut down, and we're supposed to stay home. Huh. Well, what do you think about that?
Yeah, see, I don't go out much. I don't like being, when I'm in Pittsburgh, you had to wear your mask on the bus. Like, they're being strict about it. Out here, though, I don't really.
Social distancing, everybody. Social distancing.
I don't believe in as far as it being, the pandemic. Like, the flu kills a lot of people. There's a lot of other things that, come into play, and I just don't believe in it as far as a big pandemic is.
Yeah.
That's something that
as the pandemic scale
put it to the side.
Of that, like, they shouldn't be shutting down businesses. No business should shut down because government should have no control over what people do and run as a business. That's definitely.
This is America. We do live in a good country. There's one thing I can't say, that we do live in the best of times. There's a lot going on.
The government should be a service for us, at the people. The government is made for us. It is a body of people that are working for us.
And that's how it should be. And we know over time that it always gets taken advantage of.
Yeah, people get in power of certain things, and things start going different views. But them views need to be discussed, because them views we need to know about that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So, what my take on things is, I feel is important. That way, everybody else can express themselves too, and they can, say what they want to say. So that's what we do. We say what we want to say. We get into it, and my beliefs. I'm a positive person, and we go through. We're going through these times like everybody else, and we have a lot to say. And I'm proud to be here to talk to you about it. But it was good. It's some good conversations.
Yeah, I know.
I like it.
It's
always something, something going
out
on.
there, real deep, far space.
Right now, just with everything that's going on, I've been maintaining my positive attitude and just.
Did you see the debate?
No, I did not. How was it? Did you watch it?
Yeah, Trump totally just powerballed it and interrupted every time. Like, he wouldn't shut up. Like,
really?
He wouldn't let Biden just bury himself. Biden just went by textbook, started saying stuff like, but nothing solving nothing.
Really?
You know what I mean? Just textbook, just saying stuff, big words, and good, but nothing actually getting it done. Or agreeing or disagreeing, or, like, if you ask him a yes or no question, the dude starts just talking about, like, oh, every good American, this and that and this, and like it's like, well, no, I asked you a question, and it's just like, oh, and while Trump's over there, yeah, right, every time, like,
I
bullshit.
Like Trump. I like talking to people about Trump too, because that's one thing. A lot of people say, Trump's American. He's all American. He's got something to say. He doesn't afraid to say it, and I like it. I get out there. I actually spoke to a lot of people this summer about Trump. Had a lot of conversations about him. And we got a lot of Trump supporters around our area.
This area.
Big time Trump supporters,
But people need to know the information. Even though we're Trump supporters, doesn't mean there's another person out there that couldn't beat Trump.
Right.
Like, if somebody out there that was better than Trump was out there, I'd be like, yeah, dude, put that person in. Female or female. Like, this person came out with all these ideas, kind of like Trump's, but kind of like Democrats, but like the perfect president. Like, Trump's too far, media driven, like in the.
I agree. You know, there's opportunity in America. You know, this is the land of the free. Anybody can come up and go into the debate and, and potentially win if they're serious. You know, if they're serious.
Like anyone. So you believe anyone in the world should come and come?
No, they should. It has to be in America. I mean, you have to be. There's certain. You know,
what about immigration? What's your thoughts on that? Do you think anybody in the world should be allowed to become the United States if they want to?
I think that.
You know, with population,
as a
too much.
vacation, yes.
I would say back in the day,
as
yeah.
a vacation.
Anybody, if you wanted to
But
come
to live here, there would be stipulations. That's what I would do. If you want to live in America, now you have to. So we have to control our population. We got to be able to take care of ourselves. So
we're already overpopulated as it is,
like
so
countries.
we just need to put it on total lockdown and stop our population from exceeding. Figure out a way that we could still have babies, but then like, I don't know, what would we do with our baby? We would have to. We would know how many we get, and we would know how many jobs we'd have to make them, and then we would know how many slots to fulfill if we knew how many babies we were going to be made.
They do the census every year, so we have a pretty accurate.
So they need to better that. Whatever the guy's job is that like knows about how many babies are born every year needs to get his ass out there and be like doing some shit.
Look it up.
What were we just talking about? The more babies
controlling
born, the population. Yeah. And how many jobs you need if you have more people, you need more jobs.
See, our unemployment is so low. I'm pretty sure that, right now
and now that they're losing jobs because they're shutting everything down is a bad thing.
In America,
you need to open up everything up. Like, okay, the virus is bad, but like, I know there's a lot of people getting rich, but there's a lot of people getting poor.
Yeah.
And unemployment.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be broke tomorrow.
The best time to come up is during another failure and defeat. And
a whole bunch of people just went into recession. Like everybody lost their jobs. Like, and it's like, what the heck is going on? Like, why does everything have to shut down at 10 o'clock? You drive around and you only see one thing open is the sheets.
Guess how many? Last year, 3,853,000 babies were born in the United States. Though 3.8 million plus newborns might seem like a lot, the tally is actually a 30-year low and is down 2% from 2016, according to a new report by the National Center for Health Statistics.
Yeah, you gotta take how many babies born minus how many babies died, obviously.
So these are the ones that were born. That died, yeah.
Yeah, then you gotta subtract how many people die every year, or add that into population control.
Yeah, I think that I'm pretty sure they have that all figured out. You know what I mean? Like,
because there's so many babies that die every year from like weird shit.
Control the population, that's
like
just
people
one
do not take care of their kids. Mental illness. I think that's what a basic thing that what's wrong with America is that
they have getting treated.
We all have. I have mental illnesses. Like I'm sure you have your own thing going on. Like we all have our own thing going on. Like, and they need to discuss that.
A lot of people don't talk in America. They don't. They're very negative thinking people. Sometimes so you gotta just
and they're on Twitter attacking each other and like going all crazy, freaking out, and making sure everybody's politically correct. Oh, he didn't call her by her real name, so banned from Twitter. You can get banned from Twitter by doing that. By calling somebody by their non-gender name. But you can sit there and call them a fuckface, and then you can't get banned.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You could call them trash, piece of shit, horse, slut, like whatever you want, and you won't get banned. But if you call them, it's called dead naming. Like, it's crazy. It's like, why? We should.
Something I've been getting into a lot lately has been, some natural law type stuff. What do you think about that? What do you think about nature laws?
Nature. Love nature.
Yeah.
Natural.
far as like,
what we're doing to nature is
so
crazy.
so what I think that we know, uh, we know there's forces out there, gravity and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
We know what they are. We know how to interact with them.
That's what
But we don't
forces
know
of gravity
what
is
they
why
are.
the Earth spins
Right.
around the
So-
sun is because of the gravitational pull.
Oh
It's
yeah.
massive.
So you
So
can
it's
take.
pulling it while it spins it.
So
As it's spinning like you're sitting there throwing a slingshot,
I guess. Yeah.
and it's
You're right.
sitting there spinning around it while all the planets are spinning around like real fast. Actually, if you
So
think
we know.
about it.
Imagine if you knew how to interact with those forces. And
If they
you
could just push Mars a little bit closer to us,
Well,
but
we
right
know
beside
how.
us in the same spin cycle, it could become another planet. If they could push the whole planet. Imagine doing that instead of worrying about how to adapt to Mars that far away from the sun. No, that from the far away from the sun don't work. That close to the sun don't work. Obviously, that's why Earth is perfect, and there's people here. If there was a whole bunch of Earths like a ring around the sun, it would be perfect. But the whole way around the sun instead of just one part at one time. But there's solar flares that happen, and that's why Earth's perfect. Because there's solar flares bursting off all over the place. But not at Earth. You know, and we get lucky. I think in like a million years, a solar flare is going to go off, and Earth's going to be like.
We get hit with them every year.
But I'm talking like a major one where it just goes boom and like massive, and we're just all a blink and we're gone.
Yeah, if the star exploded, that's the.
Well, not just exploded, but just they have little explosions all the time.
Like the one that there was a real big one here. I remember it came out and it would have hit us.
Oh,
I guess
yeah.
it was supposed to. Yeah, I seen pictures of it coming off the side of the.
Even a small one would fuck with our magnetical fields, and if we lose our magnetical fields, the planet could start like shifting, and then the tides will be all messed up, and then we'll be all like, if we don't have like the protection from the Earth's magnetic field, we wouldn't be able to digest food. Like just that protects us from the sun's rays, like that and
I didn't know that.
yeah. Like it protects us from the UV rays that without it we would be, there's many problems.
So tell me if this resonates with you at all. So what I read a lot about, like when I say natural laws, I say like law of correlate or law of cause and effect, law of polarity, law of rhythm. Well, gestation is birth, creation. There's
like
and if you use that and you apply it to psychology, you can see your mind is the cycles. So when you think certain ways and positively or negatively, for a certain amount of time, that is called a mood. So now your mood, and then after time, if it goes further, each day. Now you're in something, what they call that. She's been in a. Well, you can change that. You can change your whole mindset with these like laws. Because if you think positively, positive income. Because that whole law of attraction stuff, the law.
And that's the problem with America
like
nowadays is a lot of people have anxiety and need these teachings and need help.
Actually, I read this every day. So that's no wonder this makes sense. So 90% of America think this way. I can't, I don't know, it's not possible, I never, there's no way, it can't be true. They think that. And ignorance, they think of it about ignorance, okay? So their thought pattern would be, they're ignorant. That runs into worry, doubt, negative thinking. That leads into fear, which leads into anxiety.
I wonder how the sound is working. Is the sound good? Hello?
They kind of cut me off there. Can you hear me?
I'm making sure. I forgot to check.
Well, this right here is probably what changed me the most recently. Knowing these thought processes and, gaining control over myself. So, self-development, self-help, but it's something that's real big that, like you were talking about before, with the anxiety, depression. You know, if you learn to control your thoughts, then you can control your behaviors and understand how energy is. You know, your thoughts can control energy. So, you know, if you can
Oh yeah.
get fear, anxiety, and procrastination out of the way,
I believe that we
can only
have an
think
energy
one way.
within ourselves.
So the law states that negative there can be no negative, no positive in the negative side. So you can either only think either one dominantly positive or two dominantly negative. So dominantly negative people always will lead to depression and disease, which is really dis-ease in their vibration of the body. But knowledge, understanding, positive thinking, faith, that leads to well-being, which leads to calmness. And you'll get an acceleration in your mind to want to learn. You know, that leads to action and at ease. You're taking action towards something in life. You have a clear goal, clear vision. You know, a lot of people in America don't have that. They don't have a clear path of where they want to go ahead. So, by a broken home system with the fathers being the way it is, men used to lead men through life and guide them through and teach them ways to be prosperous and healthy and happy.
So it's good to have
groups, but now everybody's split and divided, and everybody has they want to be themselves, these individuals, they want to be different. No, you know,
everybody wants
the
to
group
be
mentality is the best when we're all working together and we're all being, you know, in groups, when we're actually taking care of each other and we're all moving forward, and you know, this individuality in a new way that we think, and us growing as humans really is bringing a lot of extra stress to people, because now they have to be, you know, they're expected by society to be an individual and something else and something that they may not want to be.
People's Instagram account and Facebook account.
And that pushes people actually to think about worry, doubt, fear, anxiety. You know, so like I read this in the morning, and it gets my mind set in a positive way.
Oh
so,
yeah.
You put out positivity to the world, you'll get positivity back. That's
you need to
but you have to
set your mind straight and every day you wake up, reprogram it to what you wanted to be doing.
Your mind literally is like.
If you wake up and you're not what you want to be doing, like if you do athletics or whatever and you feel like you're having a bad day, you need to put it in your mind that you're having a good day. I don't know.
You know, it's even a psychological trick that if you smile, okay, just this act of smiling tricks your mind into thinking that you're happy, so you start feeling happy. You know, your subconscious mind can't tell the difference between what's real and fake. So therefore, you really
just smile.
Until you understand.
I don't know. I feel happier now just from smiling.
But that is a fact. Yeah, when you smile, that projects off people happiness. And even if they say if you're not having a bad day or something, smile, because then you'll start feeling that way, and your brain will start releasing those feel good endorphins. Because the only time it releases it in correlation with you smiling. So when you smile, it knows that you must have thought that, been happy, so it'll release then you'll start thinking that, and your subconscious mind, and it'll just start releasing endorphins. So your subconscious mind, we don't have control of that. We're consciously aware.
Yeah.
But subconsciously, we're really not. We're filtering
out
everything that's
we're
coming
here,
in.
So you know right from wrong,
filtering everything coming right. So that's the positive and negative thing. If you allow too much positivity or too much negativity.
What about the Epstein Island thing?
What's that?
Man, you should just look it up on your phone. It's crazy. That stuff was, the dude had an island and had all these rich politicians, and what's crazy, some people believe that now that the FBI or CIA knew about it and let it happen for so long just to catch a bunch of people. Yeah, EP, I think, something like that.
That's right there.
But it's a whole bunch of stars from America and like rich people have been there, and they are saying maybe even the Clintons.
Oh, okay, I remember that.
And then he hung himself, allegedly hung himself in jail. But the autopsy report says that there's no way it was a homicide. But it was somehow, I don't know. Like, it's crazy how.
As we have learned what happened on Little St. James, the nicknames Made sense. Child sex offender Jeffrey Epstein owned the
Yeah,
island for over
Jeff
20 years,
Epstein
allegedly bringing underage girls with his plane.
had Party Island. It was super island for the rich and the famous.
Since Epstein's arrest,
You fly your jet there, you could do whatever you want.
People have been trying to get a glimpse of Phil St. James. Some news outlets.
It was
videographers take photos of the
child
island.
sex trafficking. It was crazy. It was disgusting, and it was very sad to hear about all them people that had to go through that. And there are so many people from the United States that fueled that jumped on that bandwagon. If they're rich, they're like, oh, you can just fly to this island and do whatever you want. Well, if you were rich, would you do it? I don't know. Post in the comments what you would do if you were rich, if you would go to Epstein Island, just to see if it was real.
What?
Just to see if I was a journalist, I would want to go and see if it was real. I'd be like, I want to go see it.
Oh, it's real. Oh, it's a real place.
Oh, no, it already happened. But
Yeah.
I'm saying before it happened, before he got caught.
Yeah.
Everybody knew about it.
I wouldn't want to be there. It was a pedophile place. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted. Okay.
But I would want to go check and see if it is.
If it was real.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. What's
Like
his name
people
went out
thought
to,
that was fake. It was like a conspiracy. Like,
oh, really?
yeah, it was like one of them. Like, what? Okay, and they're not talking about it in the news. And it's like, what is going on? Why are they not? It just happened this year. And then COVID happened, and they're like, boom, let's cover this up. Black Lives Matter, let's cover this up. It's like
Wow.
a whole bunch of rich people are about to get in trouble, and like, if they had like some kind of camera there and a whole bunch of witnesses, the CIA's probably covering this up, burning files, killing witnesses, like, COVID-19 killed him. COVID-19 killed him. Like, there's so many people around dying from COVID-19, and they didn't die of COVID-19. They died of something else while having COVID-19 or something like that. And, like, just because they had COVID-19 didn't mean they died because of it. They died because they already had respiratory lung failure, and they were going to die from it. And they got COVID-19 and died quicker. You know what I mean? He was gonna die from respiratory or lung failure anyway. Like, just because he got COVID-19, they should put it down as he died of COVID-19. Like, he already had cancer. Okay, it was gonna die in 3 months. And he got COVID-19, died in a week. Does he mean did he die of cancer or did he die of COVID-19? What do you think? Well, that's what I'm asking. You don't know? Like, if he had cancer, he's going to die from cancer, no matter what. He gets hit by a bus. The dude got hit by a bus, but he had cancer before that. He was going to die of cancer. Just because he got hit by a bus doesn't mean change the law of it. Like, I guess.
Is that what we're saying what happened?
Well, that's what's happening.
Oh.
The dude died in a motorcycle wreck, and because he had COVID-19, he died of COVID-19.
Okay, wow. Well, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now that goes real crazy. He died in it had nothing to do with the COVID-19. Now, I can understand if the COVID-19 actually killed him. But I'm saying if he just got COVID-19 but actually died of cancer.
Where did this happen at?
What do you mean it's happening all over the world, all United States?
I'm just saying about people dying and putting COVID.
Like, I heard about the motorcycle thing around here.
Yeah, there was a guy
around this area.
But they didn't hear them. They say that about that guy?
Yeah, one of the dudes. Well, there's a couple of dudes that died from a motorcycle wreck.
So there was
motorcycle wreck is getting bad. Everybody loves to ride their motorcycles around. Just be safe out there and quit riding your motorcycles too fast and killing each other with your motorcycles.
Yeah, so there was a guy in Claysburg who just died. And someone got a hold of me and asked me if I knew.
There's no way.
Knew who it was. But it was in the news and everything here last week that there was the guy died on the motorcycle. Yeah. But they didn't release the name. I read the thing.
You'd have to look it up on your name.
The family is still. They didn't want to put the name out yet.
What do you think about police brutality?
Police brutality.
Yeah, in America.
I think that anymore, it was seen on TV. I don't think it's bad. I mean, the police, they do their job. I feel that, yeah, they're needed. I feel like they, are a good service to America, but there are a portion of them, of course, that's going to do bad things, make them look bad, I would say. Just like that, well, the whole ordeal with what happened with him killing that guy. That was almost
George Floyd.
Yeah, but that whole thing, it's hard to believe almost.
Okay, I'm gonna ask
It is almost
my
like
phone. I'm gonna see what it says. Okay. Hey Google, what did George Floyd die from?
According to NPR, the autopsy report from Hennepin County Medical Examiner's Office concludes the cause of death was cardiopulmonary arrest complicating law enforcement subdual, restraint, and neck compression.
Well, they made sure that they had an answer for that, didn't they?
Yep.
Ask another
It
question.
says right on Google that
But
he
I watched
died
that video,
from the cops.
and yeah, see,
But the cops went to jail, so why they shouldn't be protesting. They paid for their crime. There's nothing more that we can do. I mean,
one thing I did.
There's a lot more that we can do. We got to change law enforcement.
Well, as far as conspiracies, this like a guy that supposedly killed him. There in pictures, other pictures of things that happened across the United States. That's why when I seen that and they put them pictures together, I was like, get out of here. And it was on social media. Where I seen them, the cops, the
video. Then like a week later, they shot the dude in the back as he was getting in the vehicle.
What do you mean?
They killed another white officers killed another black dude getting into his vehicle, and they shot
that
him.
one with the neck. But I don't like getting conspiracies that much.
If he's running toward his car, what would you be thinking? He's grabbing a gun, right?
Nobody's gonna sit there.
If somebody's running to their vehicle,
are you talking about that one, or which one are we talking about right now?
Well, I'm talking about if somebody's running to their vehicle, but they grab a gun and shoot you, would you shoot them?
Yeah, if they had a gun pointed at me, I would shoot them.
Well, no, like. As an officer, they're trained to run up on the dude and try to stop him from getting into the vehicle. Okay? So if you're trying to run up there and stop him to get in the vehicle and you're up on the guy and he's getting into the vehicle, would you shoot him and you saw him grab for a gun?
Probably.
Like that's great. That's just
because he was grabbing the gun to shoot.
But dude, that dude unloaded his clip into the dude. Like, it's crazy how, and it was, right after George Floyd died, it was like, why?
Well, see, the George Floyd thing, that's where I like to talk about that, because I just don't see, nobody's going to sit there and let you put your neck on lie on your neck until you die, and not scream or jump or not move.
Okay.
I watched the video.
Well, it says, I got it on Google, that George Floyd, we were talking about,
do you believe everything Google says?
Well, no, not everything. I would say I give it 70% of my, trust.
Right. I would agree with that.
I trust it.
But not something like that. Not a news report. Not anything like that. I
wouldn't
trust. Because there's different sources.
Dude, George Floyd definitely died from a cop.
Saying that. Yeah, that's what the video made it seem like it, but
a whole bunch of people were there and video recorded it.
I watched the recording.
The four cops got arrested.
It
happened.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But they also could have set that up too. Those guys, they took pictures of the guys.
Dude, four dudes who went to prison for it.
Yeah, they probably got paid a lot of money, got right out the back door.
Well, that totally could have happened. It totally could have happened.
Because
it totally could have been set up. I said that the Democrats are setting us up to set a fuel to get something raised up. I think it's democratically funded, that it's running.
Yeah, they're showing it. They're showing pictures of these cops at other places, at other scenes, like a Sandy Hook.
They want us to go
They got people that...
They want Trump to lose so bad. Right. They want us to go into civil war. They want it to go us to a race war. Why should we kill each other in the United States? No, we should not pick out bear arms. It would not be a fun and fair fight.
Right. Well, when I was in the military, they asked us if we would go against our people, and if you would shoot an American citizen.
Well, you know, when you're brainwashed, it's different than when you're not brainwashed.
Well, even then, I still said no. A lot of the people around, we were even a little like, why would they ask us that? Why would they send us this? What was it? It was a piece of paper. They were taking not like a census, but it was a survey, and just to get us in and get an answer. Would you turn against your fellow Americans?
You probably couldn't say that on paper.
No, they didn't say
military.
that. No, they they had a survey. They went around and asked us if you were ordered to shoot.
Civilians. Oh no, we're not allowed to. It says right in our oath that we're supposed to protect civilians.
Yeah.
If we're supposed to protect civilians, how can we kill civilians by protecting civilians? You can't. So there's no way if you're.
They asked us that. Like it was odd. It was something.
Yeah, I took classes on it. Like, we were supposed to protect all civilians in the United States by all matters. So if I'm sitting in the middle of a street, I'm not supposed to just stand there and let a woman or some man get beat up.
Right.
Just because you can't.
If you were in the military and they said, hey, there's this town that's going against our government, and we ordered you to go in there and take them down and shoot them and kill them, they're American citizens, would you do it? That's what they got the point across on that paper when we read it.
Oh yeah, that's why I wasn't in special forces.
That was,
like the president can order the Marine Corps to do whatever he wants, but he is not going to order the Marine Corps to kill his own citizens.
Yeah, you wouldn't think
it
so.
It would never happen.
I don't know. Because that's
the National Guard, maybe, but never the Marine Corps. But that is crazy that we all knew as Marines. In the Marine Corps, the president has full control of the Marine Corps, can send the whole Marine Corps, all 3 bases at one place if he wants to, load the United States up and lock down every door. Dude, he could go crazy with all the Marines and just bees all over the place, dude. All over the world, activate all Marines, and they'd be like, ordered to do this, ordered to do this, ordered to do this. Because everything goes from the president and down, ordered from the Marine Corps. Like, it's crazy. At his disposal has Marines saluting when he gets off his plane. Marines all over the place. Marines protected him at the White House. You see the White House, but there's Marine Corps.
Yeah, everywhere.
Like, yeah. You probably don't see them. They're probably just inside in a locker base somewhere, just sitting there eating, waiting, just, hanging out. You never see them. You probably never see them.
Yeah, that is nice.
But you go work at the embassy, there's the embassy duty. You go work at the embassy and you protect the president as he does stuff. Like, I saw Michael, I had a picture of him. He was getting off the plane or something. Michael got his picture with the president. But Michael got awarded something from the president. I think it was Bush at the time. President Bush awarded Michael with something, and that's why he joined the Marine Corps, and that's why I joined the Marine Corps, because he joined. Yeah, the Marine Corps is fun, yeah. Hoorah. Go Marine Corps.
I like to enjoy the Navy very much. I did them 4 years, that was quite a trip. And I did a lot of fun all around the world.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider anybody joining the military, don't.
I would. That's what we differ. I would tell everybody, do 2 years.
Because...
Why don't you want people to go to the military?
Well, because what they can do in the military is just... Well, okay, I say join the military, but don't join for...
I think it's great discipline. Good moral.
Don't join system. For grunt. Because join for grunt, you don't get nothing for when you get out of the Marine Corps. If you join the military and join as a truck driver, a truck fixer, something, you get something and learn something. And then when you get out, you have a job.
Yeah, when you get in, you just have to pick something that
but if you join the infantry, the only thing I can be when I get out is a state police work out of jail. Like I'm not doing like I don't. That ain't what I want. I want to be something else. That's not what I want to be.
Yep.
Like, what if I want to go drive a truck or fix a truck? I wish they would have taught me something like that, like with the mechanics. I wish I went to mechanical school and learned how to rip apart a Humvee and put it together. Dude, that would have been so awesome. I don't know why I didn't do it. That would have been the coolest thing ever.
Well, now you can, all kinds of schools out there. You might be able to go and maybe a military.
But
stuff,
dude,
you
in
could
the
do
Iraq
civilian.
War, dude, when that stuff was happening, we were like, but it was out of just throwing brand new Humvees together and just fixing Humvees all the time.
What do you mean? That's a job.
Yeah. And they'd come back all wrecked up and I'd have to
I'm not
fix
a
them.
truck. I'm not a. You know, I don't like.
Because I don't
fixing
know
my own
how
car.
to do none of that.
I
But
would-
if I was in the Marine Corps and they forced me and I thought that was my job, that would be so awesome to learn all that stuff and then know how to do it. Instead of now, I don't know how to work on my vehicle. I would just go out and I could work on my vehicle.
Well, yeah, if you want to learn that's not. See, that's something I wouldn't want to learn. I mean, a
Like-
lot of people like it, but a lot of people get.
But once you keep going, you learn more than that. You learn everything. You
And-
keep learning new other fields. Like, they don't stop. You always keep going, and like then you go up to like the like when you're a gunnery sergeant, and you go up to like they're officers, warrant officers. Those are somebody that's been in the military so long that they went to college while they were in the military, and now they're pretty much an officer, but they've been enlisted.
Right.
And they've been in the military for so long that they just went above rank and turned into an officer. But it still sucks that a regular lowest officer gets paid as much as like the sergeant major of the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
The top guy in the Marine Corps gets paid as much as the lieutenant. One lieutenant runs a whole battalion. Okay? One guy. So he gets paid a lot of money. Because no, I guess every platoon was supposed to have a lieutenant, I think. No, I think a lieutenant, yeah.
They
I don't
they
even
have
know.
lieutenant colonels and all that. They have
Yeah, but
all
I'm
change
saying
doing
in my
that at a
platoon,
base. Oh, in your
the-
platoon.
We
You
all,
have a lieutenant.
yeah, I had, when we would go out,
Each division would have their own.
yeah, then the lieutenant would report, yeah, like the colonel wasn't down with us walking through the fucking streets
Yeah.
of
Each
Fallujah.
department had their own.
No fucking way, dude.
Lieutenant.
The like the it was probably not. He was higher than a lieutenant because he definitely went up one, but he was second.
His commander.
So first lieutenant,
Colonel.
second lieutenant, and then
Commander.
captain is four.
Commander.
Captain's
I'm
four.
thinking of the Navy. The Navy's a little different.
It's almost the same as the
But
Navy, but
yeah, it's the same terms. We have ensign, then, lieutenant ensign, and lieutenant.
then the generals are the top
Lieutenant
four.
commander,
Be
captain.
my little general, brigadier general.
Hold on, let me get
Lieutenant
through,
general.
through all those ones, and you go through all yours real quick. Yeah. So we have, in the Navy, it goes ensign, lieutenant ensign, lieutenant commander, captain, lower admiral, upper admiral, vice admiral, then admiral. That's how the Navy goes.
Yeah, see, that's way different. We had to learn that, actually. That's the Marine Corps.
And then
We had to get 100% on that. We had to know the whole Navy, but to memorize that, it's not that hard.
I still pretty. For me, I'm shocked. I still remember all that.
But no, I don't remember it now. But I'm saying to
No,
memorize it and know you're having a test coming up, what's so hard about that? I can remember
I
anything.
remember. I just remembered it and spread it off the whole thing off there. I can do the. I know a lot.
I know a lot about
Yeah.
the Marine Corps, but I lost so much. I forget so much.
No, I
But-
still remember even my sailor's creed.
Like, I don't even know my rifleman's creed, and I'm a freaking
No.
rifleman.
The sailor's creed. I still remember it. I run it through my head a couple of times.
Dude, I dumped it. No, I would not run that through my head because it takes up storage space in my head. So I dumped it. I was like, I don't need to know this crap. I don't need to know how fast a bullet flies
That's good
per
information.
second. No.
For anybody,
No.
hunting and all that, survival and
Like,
oh yeah,
no, like there's certain things you just did not need to know. No.
it's good survival stuff. Really, if you think about it, we come from the country and the land and the woods and guns and
Yeah, what do you think about abortion? Do you think a girl has a right to abort?
yeah,
Do you believe that?
absolutely. I think
You don't think that's kind of murderish?
yeah, but if I think there's certain if she was raped or a bad situation.
So only not like
then-
it's right now. Everybody girls
then-
getting abortion like crazy.
Yeah, I don't agree with girls getting pregnant and killing the kids. I just the only thing part that I will agree with is if someone got raped or incest type thing, then yes, abortion will be needed. That's all.
So
what I
no
think about
on abortion. We just eliminate it.
I don't think that we should just eliminate it because I still think that.
Well,
there's-
yeah, keep it there for certain
Certain
occasions,
times,
but
like
definitely try to lower abortion. We need to work on something, get people not just every abortion daily, and then morning after pills and all that stuff is
Yeah,
like off the chain.
yeah, they probably. make a
I
lot
know,
of
I
money
know.
with
There's
this.
like you said, we
More
were
than
talking about
control.
earlier, population control. I guess they need to be doing that stuff to keep population control because we're getting overpopulated in the United States, and
Yeah,
to keep a good thing running, we need population control, and definitely abortion is one of them. Suicide's pretty big in the United States now. Right
Yeah.
now, suicide is so big. I'm sorry.
Depression.
Do not kill yourself, please. Get some help.
yeah, it's worth living. We live in the greatest lands of all
Yeah.
time. We've never had opportunity like we have now.
Okay, yeah, it's crazy right
And
now. COVID
It's crazy
is
right
bad.
now, but when things are back to normal, this is
Just keep
the
going.
best place to be.
Work
People aren't
hard.
fighting to get to Poland. They're not fighting to get to Russia. No, people aren't dying there. They're dying to get to America. Why is that?
Yeah,
got
there's a
all the
reason
books.
why
We got all the
people.
books, all the money, all the resources that you'll ever need to be prosperous. There's no reason to be in it.
There are
why
other
in
countries
America.
around the world though that are very nice, and I
I
wish
know.
I could go visit them.
Right. There you don't
Right.
see people dying to get there. You know what I mean? There people are dying to get to America.
Yeah.
They are doing anything.
Dude, I'm not
everything
dying to
get
get
here.
to anywhere.
Yeah. So this land
I'm not
here,
dying.
That's because we live in America. and We're in the
Yeah,
right
I'm
spot.
already there. I'm not dying to get
So,
anywhere. I'm
no.
not, like I've been to Haiti.
So that's why we got to
Like-
be humble.
Like I've
Right.
been in the worst place in the world to live
Okay.
is Haiti.
So then you know.
Like to
that-
have to survive there, I would be like, oh crap, this sucks.
Well, yeah.
I'm stuck on an island with millions of people all freaking out.
Well, yeah, and if you're the one, well, you can't freak out. You build your hut. and start
Yeah, I
hunting.
know. That's like
Forget,
you
you know?
just gotta survive. But yeah, I know, and wait for the next tidal wave or earthquake to happen.
I wouldn't even go over there anyway. We're in a good place.
Well, I wouldn't like.
We're in America.
Yeah, I wouldn't live
You
there.
go
I would.
whatever
So
the hell.
you, so if you got
Yeah.
stuck there, you would definitely try to
Well, I
get
wouldn't get stuck there.
like Haiti.
Well,
Well, what if you
I
woke
would-
up in
if I
Haiti,
would-
like somebody just like we're calling it survival,
Yeah.
and you woke up in the middle of Haiti, one of the deepest tent cities. There's tent cities. Like,
Yeah.
there's tent towns bigger than like East Freedom, and we live in a rural area. Like there's not like millions of
guess
people
that's-
on top of each other, but this is like a tent town, like tent as
Oh.
far as you can see.
Scavenge the area.
Tent as far as you can see.
Gee,
And I'm saying from here past.
where the woods at? You can't. There ain't no woods.
Yeah. Well, no, all the trees are chopped down. So it's just like mountain and tents. Like,
Wow.
like you know, and even to get to the mountains, it's pretty far. And it's like tents to the mountains, and then you see a couple tents up in the mountains, and it's like, what? Like right when you get off the air, and it only goes so far, then it disappears, and you get out of tent city, and it's like, oh, all these people just like waiting to get out of Haiti, and they're all around the airport, like, and it's tent city, like, it's crazy. When you get off the airport, like, the UN's right there. Mess with any of my Americans or anybody who gets off this flight, I'm about to blast you. The UN, like, they probably got total free, like, claim to do
Wow.
whatever they want, like,
Yeah.
just to protect each other.
Pretty neat. I didn't know about that whole tent city down there in Haiti. Like,
Oh, that was just one thing
Wow.
about Haiti. Always on trash. Like that sucked. Like
You went down there? What did you go down there for?
a week, just to help a missionary for a church. That we built benches for a whole church. We built all their benches. You know, their benches that they sit on.
Yeah.
In a church. So they had a nice wooden bench instead of, because they didn't have wood there because all the trees were gone. So like wood was expensive. So even to get what we got shipped. It was shipped in wood, and we bought it there because they got shipped in. They get shipped because there's a lot of rich people there for some reason because it's a nice island.
Yeah.
Like it's beautiful, but it's crazy how like the Dominican Republic's on the other side. So you got half the island's Haiti that gets hit by all the water and stuff. And then you got the Dominican Republic, which is the nice, beautiful side. It's controlled.
Huh.
The Dominican Republic. Ain't they a part of the United States? Dominican Republic?
I don't know. I don't think. I mean, it might be territory. I'm not sure if it's. I'm not sure. I know the Dominican Republic. But it's the Dominican Republic.
Hey Google, is the Dominican Republic a part of the United States? No.
According to World Atlas, because of its close diplomatic relations with the United States since 1884, many people believe that the Dominican Republic is part of the U.S.
However, the two are sovereign states with separate governments. Yep, we definitely have two different governments.
Okay.
People thought it was like.
How long you want to? What we usually do.
Oh, keep going, dude. Like, yeah.
Well, let me think here. I've been really talking to a lot of people about, like when you said about mental health. It's about there's a lot of people that are really stuck in a negative state of mind that I find out. So just be able to get out there and talk to others
And the government needs to definitely let us use psychedelics instead of hold us back. Like,
hey, what do you think about that?
And
what do you think about the whole thing with the shrooms? I mean, they're taking shrooms and they're able to cure these.
Yeah, that's
deep
what I'm talking
migraine
about. Like, they shouldn't be holding us back. Like, with cannabis and maybe mushrooms. Like they should definitely put it on a certain scale of like where, like if they allow you to smoke cigarettes and die, or drink alcohol and die, or take this headache medicine and die, or this medicine and die, but you can't take this and not die?
Well, they take the properties out. They know they pull the part out that works, and they've been using it to make
Here, take
help
this,
migraine
but not
headaches.
die. But you're not allowed to. But take this and die, and you're allowed to do that. Take this and die. Take this and die. You're allowed to. Take this and die. Like cigarettes. Take this. You can smoke in the United States. They're allowed cigarettes. Medicine. Every year people die from just regular headache medicine overdose, and because you can die overdose on caffeine. Every year people die from caffeine overdose. Every year people die from alcohol overdose. Every year people die from this stuff. And it's allowed.
Right.
But nobody dies from marijuana overdose. No one dies from marijuana.
That's why they made it legal.
That's crazy to
awesome.
think that it should be legal in all states, and it should be freely given out to people. It should be.
You can't give it away.
Dude,
it costs money to produce it.
I know, but still,
So
like if right, you can go to the food bank and get a freaking chicken that's worth more than.
We're talking about pot, right? We're talking about marijuana.
Yeah, like you can go to the food bank and get a nice, good couple meals for it. But you can't get weed. Dude, I'm guaranteeing you, if weed wasn't such like tobacco, cigarettes, you can say, hey, give me a cigarette, and you can get one. But you can't get a joint. No one's gonna be like, okay, here you go, here's a joint.
Exactly.
Like that is so messed up. Like,
why is it messed up?
Because America should be like, dude, hook me up with the joint, and the dude should just be like, flick, and throw you a
If the guy have one, you should sometimes they do.
Yeah, but not like cigarettes. Dude,
Well, yeah,
it's
it's
all the time. You can be like, hey, can I get a cigarette off you? Hey, guy, can I get
Because how much it
dude,
costs.
yeah, I know. Cigarette companies should pay for all Americans to live. That whole company should be taken over by the government, and they should be all arrested, and they should all be stopped, and like, or if they're just gonna allow it to them to keep killing Americans, or they're using it as a way to kill Americans, I don't know. But tobacco companies is so bad that they're allowed to make a drug.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
addicting.
Someone's gonna do it. Make tobacco.
Yeah,
Somebody's gonna do it.
Yeah, because somebody's got to make it, I guess.
So there's always gonna be that. Yeah, they've been smoking tobacco forever. It's our right.
Yeah,
It's our right to be able to do stuff like that.
and die.
Yes, it is our right to do drugs, to smoke
But
pot, to smoke cigarettes.
But no, you will get
Those are
arrested if you have possession of certain.
We're not really. Yeah, you're allowed to have.
narcotics and-
But you're allowed to have cigarettes. You're allowed to have marijuana now.
Well, if you're underage, it's 21 now in
Right.
Pennsylvania.
Well, there's an age. That's it.
And
Age on it.
well, with tobacco, and yeah, but I'm not allowed to make a product that it's addicting and it can kill you.
Well, you can't if you go through the right process. Because they're businesses, so they just have to get licenses and stuff.
No. If anybody out there makes any product that's addictive and it can kill
Well,
you,
can make cigarettes. We can make a cigarette company.
probably not. Like it would be so hard.
Look
dude.
how many different
Just
companies
the
there are.
license to get a
Right.
cigarette,
But it's
to
possible.
make a cigarette, dude, it would be
You
insane.
just have to,
But I wouldn't want to. Why would I want to make a product
Shit,
that's
money, a lot of money.
addicting and
Lot
it
of
can
money.
kill you?
Yeah.
We could go around and just start selling to people, and definitely they'd be buying it. But it would be hard to
Yeah, catch their smokers.
to be able to catch their price is what it is. To be able to make cigarettes that cheap
Well, I think you could because there's a lot of. You just have to go to buy the machine.
and pay taxes and be able to make it that cheap. Like the taxes are more than what we're charging, we're making.
But they're still making a lot of money.
I know because they're making so much. But if you're making a little bit, you're not making enough to
But
pay
you're
for the
not paying.
taxes.
Yeah, you are. You can start off small. It's all scalable. They
Yeah,
don't
but
take $1 million out of your taxes if you're not making.
but
they
no,
take a
I'm saying
quarter
like
of
to
how
get an
much you make.
alcohol license, it takes $60,000. Like
Yeah,
and
and
like-
get that license.
yeah, well just to get that, well that's a lot of fucking money.
Yeah,
That's
how
a
much
lot of
imagine
money.
how much money you're gonna make though in the future off that license. Bars
Yeah.
and stuff.
And still, then it takes money
make
to
a
get
ton of money.
inventory. It costs
Oh, that's a
$60,000 of inventory just to sell it.
Well,
Like
that's a business.
it takes
yeah.
money to make money. You can't just
Yeah.
like you would have to
I agree.
have lots of money.
Absolutely. To start something like that, yeah, it does. It takes investors and it takes planning.
Yeah, there's no way we're
It takes
starting
a lot of stuff like that. Well, you
a tobacco company unless we go get a bank loan.
Yeah, well, work, save up a lot of money, present a business to investors, and
We
you take
need
your
lots
plan.
and lots of money. If
That's
we,
where
if we
investors
had
come in.
lots and lots of money for a
Yep,
business, we
tobacco.
could definitely
Well, that's
make it
you can start
succeed, but-
small. That's one thing. Good thing. That's why everybody's knocking on America's door.
So if anybody's watching, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and if you're rich and you want a good investment, let me know. We can make you millions. Definitely potential growth.
in the market,
Yeah.
I
It's
like-
just people are afraid that they're going to lose out because it's a losing. We're going into a depression, and we got this crisis and going on. So people are afraid to invest. Well, now's the time to invest because they're taking out all the people that are complying to these rules. When you could just be like sheets. Why are they allowed to be open?
they're not open past 10.
You
Like every
sure?
other store. Yeah.
You sure they weren't open? Because I went to Sheets after work.
Oh, really? Never. Okay. You know what? They might. That's right. They have been open. Yeah. They must
Like-
be just paying the fine.
Yeah, they're just
They
paying,
make so much
yeah,
money.
they make so much money that they'll just pay the fine. So that's not fair. So wait, so they can break the law. That's just okay to break the law?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. As long as they pay a fine, it's okay to break the law. As
Yeah.
long
That's
as
what they're
make it-
doing. The hair store place. Well, it's 11:55 here. What time do you want to talk to?
Oh, yeah, dude, we still got go, dude. We didn't even start, dude. Like the galaxy, like people think the world is flat. Like, you kidding me? That almost seems like a joke when you're going to a comedian and you're doing stand-up comedy, and I'm just like, dude, did you know that the world is flat now? Like, ha 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 ha, like, it's like, dude, really, seriously, everybody's been taught wrong. The world is flat. Like, we all been taught wrong.
Well, I mean, if you believe
Like,
that,
there's thousands of people
then
that believe this stuff, and they're scientists, and I'm like, seriously? Like, everything's just the way everything looks and the way everything, you know you can feel the earth is round. Like,
I know it's round. Yeah.
like, dude, somebody would have drove off the edge. You know what I mean? Like, explorers went the whole way around the earth. I'm hoping that they just didn't believe stories, and no one really actually ever drove their boat the whole way around the world. Like, maybe it's too hard, like because the polar ice caps and stuff that you can't drive around. Like, no one's really, like, there's so many parts that they go boink, 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 boink. So technically, if they kept going like this and we're never at any of these areas on the bottom of the earth, technically it would be kind of flat. Because they keep going like this, and like they're like, okay, like, well, you can't get to this part of the earth. It's all frozen, but it's still round, but it's just a big chunk of ice down there that they can't get to.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. How long has it been recorded for?
About an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nothing.
What do you mean nothing? How long did you talk for?
No, just that's good though. But like, it'd be nice to keep going. Yeah, definitely. Woo! Let me think here. Yeah, the Epstein Island. Did even Seth Rogen? I heard that name was thrown out there, and like Rihanna.
Yeah.
Like, and his wife's about to get tried soon for helping this. I bet she gets because she's gonna probably tell about all the people that's been there. Like, she has to know. The CIA has to know. Like, them people have to know all this information. Like, it's crazy that the CIA knew about all of these people that went to the Epstein Island and did not bust them. But even though that now it seems like they're not letting us know about it. It's like, why is it being covered up? It's being covered up because they caught so many rich people. They caught, if they would have caught a couple rich people, they probably could have just, the government could have pulled it off. But the government let so many people go there, and they caught so many people that it got covered up. And no one's talking about this Epstein thing, and it's crazy that, like, all these politicians ain't getting in trouble for it, and it's like, they're letting the politicians still do their job and go about the business and go about the way of life like nothing happened, even though they know this information. Like, don't you think that they'd be, like, too worried about the election happening, and, you got all this stuff going on, like, in COVID-19, because of COVID-19, like, you think, is that why they're holding back? Why they're not arresting, like, all these people? Like, why are they not doing it? Like, we're going to have to do some more research on why the government knows, or the FBI knew, or CIA knew about Epstein and knew about all them people, and still it's covered up. Like, it's crazy. And they're not talking about it, and they're not even,
There's been multiple things that's happened every time that they're not talking about.
yeah, like the kids that were just saved from sex trafficking, and you don't hear about that in the news, but one black guy gets killed, and it's like they're doing riots over this stuff. It's like, dude, they just finally stopped all this sex trafficking, and they're doing this awesome job, and you won't give them no credit and help them in no single way. No wonder none of this stuff gets stopped, or gets helped, or gets needed. Like, and it rarely happens, and then they don't even talk about it. Like, it's crazy.
Well,
We'll talk about it. Yep, 32 kids get saved by sex traffickers, and I heard the other day somebody saved somebody from sex trafficking. It was like some rich or famous person. That's fun. It was weird. Yeah, imagine when Elon Musk starts plugging us in to our phones. Like, we got our phones, and then you can know about anything you want. Well, wait until it's plugged in, and you can start texting people and doing all that stuff with your mind.
Do you ever take breaks on your podcast at all?
Not really. Okay, there we
Okay.
hit an hour. We can end this episode. Thank you. Please hit a like.
They like smash that, yeah.
Yeah, smash
We
that
love it,
like,
you know.
and then
what you
subscribe
think.
definitely, and then share if you can. This is Angel Brothers, Eddie Hetrick. Thank you for viewing. Awesome. Dun, 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 dun.
No, she need to get, is it a new